Hi everybody, Drew here. Hope you enjoyed that intro jam. Everything you heard aside from the drums was recorded with the Ventera 2 Bass 6 and the Tone Master Pro. So I'm super impressed with the Tone Master Pro, always have been. It's not my first time owning the Tone Master Pro though. I originally bought it when it first came out and thought it sounded great, but I felt like there were some shortcomings like lack of bass amps, lack of scenes, too few effects, poor MIDI implementation, and some limitations on the stereo capabilities. So I ended up selling it probably about a year and a couple of months ago. It fell off my radar until recently, where I came to know that many recent firmware updates fixed really every single problem or issue that I had with it. So because of that, I purchased it again last week. Just started using it again over the last week, and there are tons of videos that I want to record with the Tone Master Pro. But I figured I'd start with building a rig for my Bass 6 first. Um, so I approached building the preset and the rig and the pedal board same way I would build a physical pedal board and amp rig. Um, so I started with a few basic requirements. So I knew number one, I wanted an amp that allows me to play the Bass 6 as a guitar. So I chose the JC Clean, used the Jazz Chorus with the Bass 6 all the time. The Tone Master Pro JC Clean is a perfect representation of the jazz chorus. I love it. Then I also knew number two, wanted to play the Bass 6 as a bass. So I chose the Super Bassman vintage for this use case. And then I know I wanted also to have a uh, direct inject sound. So for that, I chose the Tube preamp. It's like a very complementary sound. It's kind of um, in the middle of the two, and it gets that nice direct sound that complements everything. Um, Now, so on the pedal board side, I've got the studio compressor, I've got the bass overdrive, I've got the rodent, the analog chorus, EQ7, EQ7B, and those are all before the amps. And after, I've got the stereo doubler, the 3D chorus, the tape echo, stereo, and the kinetic convolution plate. So that's what um, the pedal board looks like. And as far as layout goes, um, really like what Tone Master Pro lets you do. So I put on top, so I've got the first four foot switches. Let me kick on chorus, the doubler, and um, dimension chorus, the delay, and the reverb. And then on the bottom, I've got all four of my scenes. So my basic scene, my bass scene, BASE scene. So I'll call it from here on out the basic scene, I guess, or the stock scene, is my guitar sound clean. Then I can go into the next scene, which is my guitar sound dirty. Then I've got bass clean, which is the Super Bassman Vintage, of course. Bass dirty, again, Super Bassman Vintage kicks on the bass overdrive. And then I've got my direct sound. And so those scenes allow me to have different amp settings, different pedal configurations for each one of those scenes. Another cool thing, so I showed you I've got the chorus, the delay, the reverb pedals, but then if I want a super wide sound, whether I'm playing bass or if I'm playing the Bass 6 as a bass or playing Bass 6 as a guitar, I just hit that wide foot switch. And so it kicks on the stereo doubler and the dimension chorus at the same time and really widens things up. Okay, so now that I've walked through the presets, the scenes, the pedal board, and what that looks like, I'll walk through each scene and capability and kind of show what it sounds like, what it sounded like in the song. So yeah, let me get to it. Put my headphones on. So first I'll start out with the basic sound, the stock sound, which is the when I want to use the Bass 6 as a guitar, and I want to use it clean. So it sounds something like this. So yeah, cool sound, works great for palm muted chords. When I kick the chorus on, it works for that lead sound. So yeah, it sounds really cool with the chorus. Now here's where the cool thing where the wide switch comes in. So I hit wide, and all of a sudden, so you got that wide chorus sound, and it sounds really great on pretty much anything. So it's a really versatile sound. So just in comparison. Both sound great, but it's nice to have that really wide chorus sound. Then for the other lead line, some more like the solo kicked on the stereo tape echo. So yeah, that sounds really cool. Love the way um, really all of the delays sound in the Tone Master Pro. And you can do some really cool stuff with it, as you heard. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's look at some of the bass presets now. So when I want to use the bass 6 as a bass. So I've got 3 key sounds for that. I've got my clean sound, I've got my dirty sound, and I've got my direct sound. So I'll start with the clean bass sound. So click on the bass clean scene, which is the Super Bassman Vintage. It's got the studio compressor, the EQ7B, going into the amp, and that's it. And it sounds something like this. So yeah, that clean sound sounds really good. Gives a good mic bass amp sound. I love it. And usually what I'll do is I'll tuck the bass dirty sound underneath the bass clean sound, just to give it a little bit more texture. So when I kick on the bass dirty sound, keeps the studio compressor on, changes the settings on the EQ7B a little bit, kicks on the bass overdrive, and changes some of the amp settings. And this is what it sounds like. So yeah, the bass dirty sound is really cool. Works well on its own. Works well as a layer. Now I know uh, the bass line I'm playing is not super complicated, but it gives you an idea of um, what it can do. It's the right bass line for the song, but it's not super complicated. But yeah, now let's go into the direct sound. So the direct sound is just the two preamp and the studio compressor, nothing else. And let's hear what that sounds like. So yeah, really cool sound. It's a nice compliment um, for the to the amp sound. So typically, like to layer a combination of the three. So what you heard in the intro jam was primarily being driven by the stock or by the bass clean sound, and with the direct sound and the bass dirty sound kind of um, pushed up nicely and tucked in nicely underneath it. And just for a quick reference, here's what that sounds like. So yeah, that layered sound I think is really cool. Um, and yeah, one other thing I want to mention is the stock sound, the basic preset or the basic scene, where it's just the JC clean. Sounds really good for bass too. Um, so I know I don't use it a whole lot, but when you want a different sound, it's really good actually. So it gives you a nice compliment. So I've got really like five different bass sounds because you can use the JC clean for the deep bass, and it sounds something like this. So yeah, I might even prefer that to the Super Bassman Vintage on in some context, in some settings. I think it sounds really good on its own. Um, and then yeah, let's listen to the reverb sound as well. I think that's the last. So we'll listen to the reverb sound and the guitar dirty sound, which I didn't use on the intro jam, but just to show a little more capability. So yeah, the reverb sounds pretty cool too. Um, Kick it on, obviously, whenever you need reverb. So yeah, and last but not least, we've got the guitar dirty sound, which is the JC Clean and the Rodent. So let's hear what that sounds like. So yeah, you can use your imagination. A lot of cool stuff you can do with the guitar dirty sound. Works great for leads, for solos, for chords, um, probably even for bass too. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. Um, my goal is to release one video a week. Um, from studio stuff to Tone Master Pro content, guitar stuff, shoegaze, dream pop, indie music. Um, Trying to diversify as much as I can. I'm going to be doing a lot of Tone Master Pro videos coming up. Got the Helix coming up as soon as I get that. Probably next week, I'm going to do the new Johnny Marr limited edition Jaguar. So stay tuned for that. And I'm going to do some pedal board builds. And then I'm going to put the pedal boards up against the Tone Master Pro. And then I'm going to do some cool stuff with how to incorporate MIDI with the Tone Master Pro, how to incorporate MIDI with the pedal boards. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff planned between now and the end of the year. Hopefully all you will like it. So stay tuned, like and subscribe. Bye.